First up, we have the 2010 special edition DVD of Toy Story. Yep, there's a Disney Movie Awards. This was released back in March of 2010 to promote Toy Story 3, which was coming out in theaters June 18th, 2010. I got this DVD for my 10th birthday from my mother back in July of 2011, just a year after it came out. I know NWB 1989 and Martin S5 1999 have this regular DVD. This was at least the 4th DVD release of this film because I know it was released in the Toy Story 2-pack and also had an Ultimate Toy Box, and it also had a 10th anniversary edition, a 2-disc 10th anniversary edition DVD released back in 2005, which I know John Man 418, Max Nation 1980, and VHS Gamer 99 have. And VHS Gamer 99, he also has the Ultimate Toy Box edition, which he got, I believe, last year or the year before off of eBay. So, Aaron, if you're watching, did you get it last year or the year before? I'm pretty sure you got it the year before. And, anyways, you can see, here's the spine. Back, 2 thumbs up, way up for Toy Story Saved by Siskel and Ebert. Well, as you just got Toy Story 3 Sneak Peek, the story, Buzz Lightyear Mission Logs, Blast Off, 3 animated studio stories, Buzz Takes Manhattan, and more. Sorry if the slipcover's just slightly worn out, but, you know, I watch this DVD quite a lot. Because, like I said, my favorite Pixar film. I'm going to open this up. See, we got the Disney Movie Awards, our very into the coding, and a thing for Disney Blu-ray. There's no DVD guide, unfortunately. And this disc has a holographic disc art, which you can see Woody and Buzz Lightyear. You might be able to see it better through this camera. In my previous times I've shown this DVD, the quality wasn't that good enough to get the holographic artwork, but I think you can see it much better through my iPhone 8 camera. So yeah. Yeah, but this DVD of Toy Story is very good. This DVD is still available in stores, although it doesn't have this nice slipcover, but that's okay. So yeah, there you go on that. Alright, next up we have the 2010 Special Edition DVD of Toy Story 2. I got this at Walmart in Northtown the day before I got the Toy Story 1 DVD. Got it with my dad back in July 29th, 2011. Slipcover's a little more worn out, but it's not too bad. I know Grouchman 21 has this DVD. I don't know if anybody else has this DVD. Because I know lots of other... This also had a... This is also, I believe, the 4th DVD, because it also had a special edition DVD released in 2005, which I know Martin S5 1989, John Man 418, Max Nation 1980, and VHS Gamer 99 also have. VHS Gamer 99, he also has the original 2000 DVD that was released back in 2000. So that's nice. Anyways, you can see, here's the spine. Back, the toys are back with even more hilarious vengeance, by Desson Thompson, The Washington Post. Well, you just got Toy Story 3 Sneak Peek, the characters, Buzz Lightyear Mission Logs, Blast International Space Station, 3 animated studios toys, Pixar's Zoetrope, and more. Yep. This was released on DVD the same day as the Toy Story 1 DVD. See, we got the Disney Movie Awards and a thing for Disney Blu-ray. Again, no DVD guide. And this disc is also on a holographic disc art, which you could see Woody, Jessie, and Buzz Lightyear. Still, Toy Story 2 is another great sequel. We know this was also the very last. This was the very last Toy Story movie that John Lasseter directed, because John Lasseter he directed the first Toy Story film and this one. All right, and the last DVD I have is the 2010 DVD of Toy Story 3, Disney Movie Awards, and #1 animated film of the year. My mom and I got this DVD at Walmart in Northtown the day it came out back on November 2nd, 2010. So I've had this DVD for so long. And, yep, this movie is already 9 years old. Time's gone by so fast. And this was the first film I ever saw in theaters more than once, because I saw this film in theaters 3 times back in 2010, because I absolutely loved it. I actually saw this film also on opening night, June 18th, 2010. That was the first time I saw it. I believe I saw it in 3D that night. But yeah, this was also the very first Toy Story movie to not be directed by John Lasseter. It was directed by Lee Unkrich, who was the co-director of Toy Story 2. He was also the co-director of Monsters, Inc. and Finding Nemo. He also was so this was his first movie where he was the sole director, because John Lasseter was busy directing Cars 2. And Lee Unkrich later directed Coco. Of course, Toy Story 4, we know, is being directed by Josh Cooley. John Lasseter was initially going to direct the official director for Toy Story 4, and Josh Cooley would have co-directed. We know John Lasseter, he stepped down because at the time he was the chief creative officer and was too busy, and then also we know the sexual allegations, which he's now left Pixar. So Josh Cooley became the official director, so now Josh Cooley is the sole director of Toy Story 4. Anyways, you can see here's the spine. Back, an instant classic estate by Richard Quarles of Time Magazine. And the biggest, best, most exciting Toy Story of them all raves Hollywood's Scott Mantz. Let's see, you've got Day and 1 theatrical short, Buzz Lightyear Mission Logs, The Science of Adventure, The Gang's All Here, a look back at the returning voice talent, 3 studio stories, plus much more. And by the way, Toy Story 4, Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2, this was the last Toy Story movie which Jim Varney voiced Slinky Dog, because we know Varney died in 2000, just a few months after Toy Story 2 came out. So since Jim Varney died in this movie, Slinky was voiced by Blake Clark, who was a good friend of Varney, and Blake Clark will be returning to voice Slinky in Toy Story 4. This was also somewhat the last Toy Story film which Don Rickles was the voice of Mr. Potato Head, because, you know, Don Rickles, he was initially supposed to return to reprise his role as the voice of Mr. Potato Head for Toy Story 4, but we know he died 2 years ago, back on April 6, 2017, and he didn't get a chance to record his lines. But Rickles' voice will be heard in Toy Story 4, though, because apparently Pixar is going to be using old archival recordings from the previous 3 films, Disney on Ice shows, parks, as well as some unused lines and old lines from previous films that Rickles recorded for Mr. Potato Head. So that's pretty exciting. I'm going to open this up. You got the Disney Movie Awards code. This case is badly, a little bit damaged, but it's okay. The disc isn't, so the movie can still play on here. Here's the disc. It's a holographic disc art, which you could see Woody, Lotso, Buzz, one of the Squeeze 2 aliens, Rex, Bullseye, Slinky Dog, and Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. But yeah, this DVD of Toy Story 3 is very good, so if you don't have this DVD, I recommend you go out and get